of you are welcome to another lecture of mathematics. Today we are continuing the problems about random variables. So the next problem is P of x is equal to x are given. Point 1, if x is equal to 0, kx if x is equal to 1 or 2, and k into 5 minus x if x is equal to 3 or 4, and 0 otherwise. Okay, find the value of k and find probability of at least 2. At least 2 means with respect to this value, p of exactly 2 and p of at most 2. Okay, so we have to, at first we have to change these probability values in a or convert in as a probability distribution table. Okay, so we are constructing a probability distribution table. That is x, p of x at first value of x is equal to 0, and then 1, then 2, 3 and 4. Okay, these are the 5 important values. Otherwise means we cannot take any value of otherwise. Otherwise means the value other than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we cannot take that. So the first value p of x is equal to 0. P of x is equal to 0 is 0.1 here. P of x is equal to 1. P of x is equal to 1 is kx. X is equal to 1 or to have probability kx. Here x takes value 1 or 2. So to find the probability of x is equal to 1, we put this 1 to x or 1 for x. So k into 1, answer become k. Okay, so p of x is equal to 2, we also get kx. We put the value 2 for x, so we get k into 2 as probability 2k. And at x is equal to 3, probability k into 5 minus x, we put x is equal to 3 for x, so 3 for x, we get to k into 5 minus 3, answer is k into 2, so we get 2k. And x is equal to 4, we get probability k into 5 minus 4, so we get the probability k. So now we construct a probability distribution table. By looking this table, we can say that the sum of probabilities is equal to 1. That's the theorem. So that's a very important note. Sum of probabilities of a random variable is always equal to 1. So sigma p of x equal to 1. So the answer become 0.1 plus k plus 2k plus 2k plus k is equal to 1. So the value become k, 2k, 2k, 2k added to get 6k plus 0.1 can be written as 1 by 10 is equal to 1. So 6k is equal to 1 minus 1 by 10. And 6k is equal to 9 by 10, and k is equal to 9 by 6 into 10, right? 9 and 6 can be simplified as 3, 2. So the value of k will be 3 by 20. Okay, 3 by 20 is value of k. Then we have to find out p of at least 2. At least 2 means the value is maximum 2. Sorry, the value is minimum 2. Value is minimum 2 means 2. The value of x will be 2, 3 and 4 because minimum value of x is 2. At least 2 means minimum value of x is 2. So the value will be increasing from 2. So we get x is equal to 2, 3, 4. So the probability is 2k, 2k, 2k. All probability will add to get 5k. Okay. Now we have second question, p of at least 2. P of at least 2 means the value will increase from 2. So the x can take on values 2 is the smallest value 2, and the value will decrease, x is equal to 3 and x is equal to 4. So this probability will add to give the results p of at least 2. Okay, then P of x is equal to 2. What's the probability of x is equal to 2? 2k. And x is equal to 3. Again 2k. And x is equal to 4k. So the value will be, we get 2k, 2k, 2k added to get 5k. And k is equal to what? K is equal to 3 by 20. And 5 and 20 cancel. We get 4 as denominator. So the final answer is 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is the answer for P of at least 2. And second one is P of exactly 2. P of exactly 2 means P of 2 only. Find the probability of x is equal to 2 only. That means P of exactly 2. So P of exactly 2 is equal to P of x is equal to 2 only. So the probability is equal to 2k. Put the value for k, we get 3 by 20. Okay. Then 2 and 20. 2 into 3 by 20. 2 into 3 by 20. 2 and 20 will be cancelled. We get 10 as the denominator. So the answer is 3 by 10. 3 by 10 is the answer for P of x is equal to 2. Next question is P of at most 2. Then what do you mean by P of at most 2? At most means maximum. Maximum. At least means minimum. Okay. So P of at most 2 means 2 will be the maximum value in this case. 2 will be the maximum value in this case. So we can take the values P of x is equal to 2 at first. 2 is the first value and the value will reduce or decreasing 1 by 1. 2, then 1, then 0. 0 is the least value. So we take the cases P of x is equal to 2 and P of x is equal to 1, P of x is equal to 0. Added these three values. So we get the probability P of x is equal to 2, we get the probability 2k, plus P of x is equal to 1, get the probability 2k, and P of x is equal to 0, get the probability 0.1. So answer becomes 3k plus 0.1 will be 1 by 10. Okay. 3k by putting the value k, 3 by 20 plus 1 by 10. 9 by 20 plus 1 by 10. Convert this denominator as 20. So the denominator will be same. The numerator and the denominator will multiply by 2. So we get the denominator as 20. So the final answer becomes 9 plus 2, 11 divided by 20. 11 divided by 20 as the P of at most, as the answer of P of at most 2 or P of maximum 2. So here we recollect the informations. At least means minimum, exactly means itself, and at most means maximum. Okay. Next question is, find the mean of sum of numbers appear on the 2 dice when 2 dice are throwing. When 2 dice are throwing, mean of sum of numbers appear on the 2 dice. This sentence represent random variable. Okay, the random here we take x as the random variable. Then x denote sum of numbers appear on the 2 dice. So we can write, let x be a random variable which denote sum of numbers appear on the 2 dice. So we can take values for x is equal to, so x can take values. What? When two dice are thrown, sample space will be 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. Okay. Then 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 3 5, 3 6. And 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4, 4 5, 4 6. Five 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4, 5 5, 5 6. And last row is 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4, 6 5, 6 6. Okay. So we got 36 possible results or outcomes in sample space when two dice are throwing. We have to find out the numbers, sum of numbers in each outcome. What will the sum of numbers in each outcome? So we are considering one as first. Adding these two numbers, we get the sum 2, and adding these two numbers, we get the sum 3, and in this case 4, sum is 4, and here sum is 5, sum is 6, sum is 7, and considering the last outcome 6 6, the sum is 12. So we have it. So we have to write the sum from 2 to the last sum is 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 as the respective sums. So the first sum is 2 and the last sum is 12, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 are the respective sums of this result, these outcomes. So x can take values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 values. X can take 12 values. So the probability distribution table is x 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And P of x is equal to their respective probability is equal to P of x is equal to, in the case of sum 2, there is only one outcome. One outcome gives the sum or gives the sum 2. So the probability is 1 by, favorable is 1 by total is 36. 1 by 36 is the probability for sum 2. And for sum 3, there are two results gives sum 3. 1, 2 and 2 1 gives sum 3. So the probability is 2 by 36. There are two cases. Favorable cases is 2. In the case of 4, there are 3 cases. 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. 3 cases. So probability is 3 by 36. And in case of 5, there are 4 cases. 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 1. Sum 5. So probability is 4 by 36. In case of 6, there are 5 cases. So answer is 5 by 36 as probability. In case of 7, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 7. Probability is 6 by 36, 6 cases. In case of 8, probability will reduce because case will reduce 2, 6, 3, 5, 4, 4, 5, 3, 6, 2. 5 cases. 5 by 36. So this probability is maximum in this case, 6 by 36. Then probability will reduce by 1. And in case of 9, 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 4, 6, 3. Probability 4 by 36. 4 cases. In case of 10, probability 4, 6, 5, 5, 6, 4. 3 by 36. And in case of 11, probability 5665. 2 by 36. In case of 6, probability is 66 only, 1 by 36. By adding this probabilities, we get the value what? 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, we get 36. 36 by 36 is answer is 1. Okay, and we have to find out the mean of sum of numbers. So find out the mean of this random variable. Mean of this random variable, we get expectation of x, means mean of x. Okay, expectation of x is equal to what? Sigma x into p of x. So first x value is 2. 2 into 1 by 36 plus then 3 into 1 by 36 plus then 4 into 3 by 36 plus 5 into 4 by 36 plus 6 into 5 by 36 plus 7 into 6 by 36 plus 8 into 5 by 36 plus 9 into 4 by 36 plus 10 into 3 by 36 plus 11 into 2 by 36 plus 12 into 1 by 36. So we know that to find out expectation of x, we can use this result sigma x into p of x. X into p of x means multiplying each random variable value with their corresponding probability. So 2 into 1 by 36, that is x into p of x. And again 3 into 2 by 36, 4 into 3 by 36, 5 into 4 by 36, etc. And sigma means taking the sum of the products. Take the sum of products, so we use plus. Okay, so we can find out the sum of this value. We get the result is equal to 2 into 1. 2 into 1 means 2 plus 3 into 1. 3 into 1 means 3 and 4 into 3 12 and 5 into 4 20 and 6 into 5 30 and 7 into 6 42 and 8 into 5 40 and 9 into 4 36 and 10 into 3 30 and 11 into 2 22 again 12 into 1 12 and the denominator will be same in each case, so we have to write 36 as common denominator. So numerator, by adding numerator we get the value 252. Sorry, okay, 252 is the sum of the numerators and 36 is the denominator. So we dividing 252 by 36, we get the value, an exact value 7. So 7 is the mean of random variable, mean of x. Okay. Okay, next question is find the mean number of heads in 3 tosses of a fair coin. Mean number. So at first we have to find out sample space of tossing of 3 coins. Okay, 3 tosses of a coin, or sample space of a coin is throwing thrice. A coin is throwing 3 times, or a coin is throwing thrice. So 3 tosses of a coin, fair coin, gives the sample space H. What do you mean by H? First toss give head, second toss give head, and third toss give head. So it has a specific order: first, second, third. Okay, and the second possibility is HHT. First give head, second give head, and third give tail. So the meaning can be taken in this way: HTH, THH, TTH, THT, HTT, and the last one is TTT. So there are 8 possible results when throwing a coin 3 times. Okay, so sample space is HHH, HHD, HTH, GHH, TTH, THT, HTT, and TTT. You can by heart this result. You must by heart sample space of a coin, throwing once, or coin throwing twice 2 times, and a coin throwing or thrown 3 times. You can by heart. You must by heart the sample space of these 3 experiments, and also a die throwing once or 1 time, and a die throwing 2 times, or 2 dice are thrown. Okay, you must by heart the sample space of these 5 experiments with respect to coins and dice. Okay, so here we can take x as a random variable. To find the mean, we must have a random variable. Here we take x as a random variable, which denote what? Heads in 3 tosses of a coin. Heads in, which denote heads in 3 tosses. Which denotes heads. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, heads. Number of heads. Number of heads is the which denote number of heads. Number of heads is the main thing in this experiment to find out mean. Okay, so we can take x be a random variable which denote number of heads. 3 tosses of a coin. 3 tosses of a coin is the features or characteristics of that experiment. So 3 tosses of a coin is the experiment, and we have to find out number of heads. So x be a random variable which denote number of heads. It's enough. So x can take values. What? Here in sample space we can see that number of heads are 3, 2, 1 and 0. Number of heads are 3, 2 in 3 cases, and 1 in 3 cases, and no head. No head means 0. So number of heads is 3, 2, 1, 0. So 3, 2, 1, 0, or 0, 1, 2, 3 are the possible numbers which can accepted by the random variable x. So p of x is equal to, at first p of x is equal to 3, or we can construct a probability distribution table by looking this sample space. We can construct it very easily. Okay, p of x. For x is equal to 3, 3 means there are 3 heads. X is equal to 3 means here 3 means 3 heads. 3 heads. In 3 heads, there is only one situation or one case which has 3 heads. So the probability is for 3 is 1 by total is 8. 1 by 8. And the probability of x is equal to 2 means 2 headed. In 3 cases we can see 2 heads. So the probability is 3 by 8. And p of x is equal to 1. In 3 cases we can see the probability, we can see 1 headed. So the probability is 1 by 8. And in 1 case we can see there is no head. So p of x is equal to 0 is here 3 by 8. P of x is equal to 1 is 3 by 8, not 1 by 8, 3 by 8. And p of x is equal to 0 is, again, there is one case, so probability is 1 by 8. So by looking sample space, we can write x is equal to p of x, corresponding probabilities. P of x is equal to 3, 1 by 8, P of x is equal to 2, 3 by 8, P of x is equal to 1, 3 by 8, and P of x is equal to 0, 1 by 8. So by using this probability distribution table, we can find out the mean expectation of x is equal to sigma x into P of x. Okay. Then sigma x into P of x. Here x, first x is 3. 3 into probability 1 by 8 plus 2 into probability 3 by 8 plus 1 into probability 3 by 8 plus 0 into probability 1 by 8. Okay. The answer become 3 by 8 plus 6 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 0. So the answer become 8 as common denominator. 3 plus 6 plus 3, answer is 12 by 8. Become divide by 4, become 3 by 2 as what? Mean of the number of heads in 3 tosses of a coin. Okay. Next question is, 2 dice are thrown. If x denotes number of sixes, find the expectation of x. Expectation of x means mean of x. Okay. Then, if 2 dice are thrown, we already know that what are the elements in sample space. There are 36 elements in sample space. Which are they? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, etc. 6, 6. Okay. So there are 36 elements in sample space, and in how many elements? So we have to find out number of sixes, the outcome which carries 6. The outcome which carries 6. That's the number of sixes. For example, in the row 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. In this row, 1, 1 carries no 6, and 1, 2 no 6, here no 6, here no 6, here no 6, and at last there is 1, 6. So in the 5 cases, number of sixes is 0, and in last case, number of 6 is 1. Okay. Like this, 3, 1, 3, 2, etc. 3, 6, 4, 1, 4, 2, etc. 4, 6, 5, 1, 5, 2, etc. 5, 6, and 6, 1, 6, 2, etc. 6, 6. Considering these all results, at first we have to find out the values of x. X denotes number of sixes. So x can take values what? X can take values here. X can take values here. In these cases, there is no sixes in many. There is no six in many outcomes. So in that cases, number of 6 is 0, and in these cases, there is only 1 6, so x is equal to 1, and in last case 6 6, there is 2 6s, so number of 6 is equal to 2. Okay. So the probability of x is equal to probability of x for 0 is equal to that what? 1 1 case we can consider in the cases for x is equal to 0 is 1 2 3 4 5. Similar way 6 7 8 9 10, and we can see that there are 5 cases in each row. 5 cases in each 5 row. So in this case there are 5 results. In this case also 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 5 results. So 5 into 5, 25. 5 into 5, 25 cases. There is no 6. Okay, so the probability of P of x is equal to 0 is 25 by 36. Okay, but there are 25 cases in which 0 is not involved in that results. Okay, then considering there is only 1 6, in how many cases? In how many cases there is only 1 6? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 6 2 there is 6 3, 6 4, 6 5. So 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 3 more results. 6 3, 6 4, 6 5. So total cases 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 by 36. And number of 6s 2. In only one case 6 6, so the probability is 1 by 36. Sum of probabilities is always 25 plus 10 35, 35 plus 1 36, 36 by 36 is the sum of probability, that's equal to 1. So we can find out expectation of x from these results. Expectation of x is equal to sigma x into p of x, that's equal to first one 0 into 25 by 36 and 1 into 10 by 36, 2 into 1 by 36. So the answer becomes 0, 10 by 36, 2 by 36. So answer becomes 12 by 36 and after simplifying we get 1 by 3 as the final answer. Next question is the mean of numbers obtained on throwing a die having written 1 on 3 faces. Because that means that die, each die there are 6 faces. Okay, in this die 3 faces carries the number or carry the number 1. 3 faces have the number 1 and 2 faces have number 2. And only 1 face have number 5. So in this die we can, from this question we can understand that in this die, in the special type of die, it carries only 3 numbers 1, 2 and 5. 1 on 3 faces, 2 on 2 faces and 5 on 1 face. That means 6 faces carries, 6 faces carries the number, 3 faces carries 1 and 2 faces carries 2 and 1 face carries 5. Okay, so we can write x and p of x from this problem, from this information. X and x values. What is x? X means numbers obtained on. Numbers obtained. Numbers obtained means 1, 2 and 5 are the numbers obtained on throwing this die. Okay, so x is equal to values 1, 2 and 5. What are their probabilities? In the case of 1, probability is 1 is marked on 3 faces, so the probability is 3 by 6. Total faces, total number of faces 6, so 1 is marked on 3 faces, the probability is 3 by 6 and 2 is marked on 2 faces, so probability is what? 2 by 6. And 5 is marked on 1 face, the probability is 1 by 6. So answer is 3 by 6, 2 by 6, 1 by 6 as the corresponding probability. Sum of these probabilities must be 1. Okay, 3 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 6, 6 by 6 is equal to 1. Okay, so we have to find out mean. Mean is equal to sigma x into p of x. So 1 into 3 by 6 plus 2 into 2 by 6 plus 5 into 1 by 6. So answer is 3 by 6 plus 4 by 6 plus 5 by 6. So answer is 12 by 6. Right? Answer is 2. Mean in this case is 2. Next question is, 2 cards are drawn random from a deck of cards. Let x be number of aces obtained. The value of expectation of x is the question. This is the question. And first we have to find out number of aces in whole cards. Whole cards means there are 52 cards in all. So number of aces is equal to, total number of aces is equal to 4, and number of non-aces is equal to what? 52 minus 4, that's equal to 48. So number of aces is equal to 4 and number of non-aces is equal to 48. Then let x be the number of aces obtained. That means x can take values. When we take 2 cards from 52 cards, one by one. So one case is, or possible cases are, there is no aces in 2 cards. So the value of x is equal to 0. Out of these 2 cards, one card will be ace. That's another case. So x is equal to 1. Out of these 2 cards will be ace. So the another possibility is 2. So the possible values for x are 0. 0 means no ace cards. 1 means 1 ace cards. And 2 means 2 ace cards. So total 2 cards are drawn. So we can get the values of x 0, 1, 2. In spite of 2, 3 cards are drawn. So we can get the values x is equal to 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So here x is equal to 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 are the values of x. Then we have to find out p of x is equal to 0. Probability for x is equal to 0 means probability for first non-king. NK means non-king. Non-ace. Here non-ace. Into P of another card. Second card also non-ace. P of first non-ace into P of first non-ace. That means P of x is equal to 0. So the probability will be P of first non-ace. How many non-ace cards there? 48. So the answer is 48 divided by 52. And always, or again, P of second non-ace cards. Again 48 by 52. Here replacement or without replacement is not mentioned here. Without replacement is not mentioned here, then we think about replacement. So here replacement is must done here. Without replacement is not mentioned here, so we think about replacement. Okay, so the probability of taking first non-ace card is 48 by 52, and also second non-ace card is 48 by 52. There is no decreasing in the number of each card or any card. Okay, so the answer become 48 by 52 can be written as 12 by 13. 12 by 13. So answer is 144 by 169. P of x is equal to 0. And P of x is equal to 1. There is 2 cases. So there are 2 cases. They are, first one, P of first ace into second non-ace. Okay, in this case there is only one ace card, another is non-ace, so there is only one ace card. So we have another case that is P of first non-ace and second ace. So we have two cases for x is equal to 1, means one ace card. First ace, second non ace, or first non ace, second ace. Okay. In these two cases, we have the probability value P of first ace. Ace means probability 4 by 52 is the probability, and into non ace 48 by 52 plus again non ace 48 by 52 into 4 by 52. So answer is 4 by 52 means 1 by 13, 12 by 13, again 12 by 13, 1 by 13. Division by 4 is held in all cases. So we get 1 by 13 into 12 by 13 is answer is 12 by 169. Again 12 by 169. So answer is 24 by 169 is P of x is equal to 1. P of x is equal to 1 is 24 by 169. And the third case is P of x is equal to 2. Means P of x is equal to 2 means P of first ace into P of second ace. Okay. So probability value ace means 4 by 52 into 4 by 52. So answer will be 1 by 13. 1 by 13. Answer is 1 by 169. So we got probability values for x is equal to 0, 1 and 2. Sum of these probabilities is always 1. 144 plus 24 is 168. 168 plus 1 is 169. 169 by 169 answer is 1. Okay. So we have to make, or we have to find out mean of these values. So the probability distribution is x, P of x. Probability of x is equal to 0, 144 by 169. Probability of x is equal to 124 by 169. Probability of x is equal to 1 by 169. Okay. So mean is equal to, or expectation of x is equal to sigma x into P of x. 0 into 144 by 169 and 1 into 24 by 169 and 2 into 1 by 169. So answer becomes 0 and 24 by 1 into 24 24 plus 2 into 1 2 all divided by 169. Answer is 26 by 169. Okay. Here 26 by 169 can be written as, when divided by 13 we get 2 by 13 as simplified answer, final answer. Okay. Next question is, in a meeting 70% of members favor and 30% oppose certain proposal. A member is selected random and we take x is equal to 0 if he opposes that proposal and x is equal to 1 if he is in favor of that proposal. So find expectation of x and variance of x. Okay. V of x means variance of x. Here there is two values for x which are given. X is equal to 0 and 1. So x is a random variable. X is a random variable when a person is selected at random. And x and x value 0 and 1 here. 0 means the person opposite the certain proposal. Opposite the proposal. He is against the proposal. Against, and x is equal to 1 is he is in favor in that proposal. So how many people or how many percentage is opposite or favor in that proposal against that or about that proposal? Here is given 70% members favor and 30% oppose certain proposal. So x is equal to 0 means he opposed the proposal. So x is equal to 0, we get the probability 30% means 30 by 100. Okay, and x is equal to 1, we get the probability x is equal to 1 means here x is equal to 1 is favor condition. So 70% members favor. So the probability of x is equal to 1 is 70 by 100. Sum of total probability 100 by 100 is 1. Okay, so we have to find out expectation of x and variance of x. To find expectation of x, at first the expectation of x is equal to sigma x into p of x, and 0 into 30 by 100 plus 1 into 70 by 100, we get the answer 70 by 100, right? Because 0 into 30 by 100 is result as 0. 0 plus 70 by 100, answer is 70 by 100. Again, it can be written as 7 by 10. 0 will be cancelled, 7 by 10. Then we have to find out variance of x. Before that, we must find out the value of expectation of x square. Expectation of x square is equal to what? Sigma x square into p of x. That means 0 square into 30 by 100 plus 1 square into 70 by 100. So answer is 0 plus 70 by 100. So answer is again 70 by 100 is equal to 7 by 10. So variance of x is equal to expectation of x square minus expectation of x the whole square. That's the result, variance of x. Expectation of x square is 7 by 10 minus 7 by 10 the whole square. Okay. So the answer becomes 7 by 10 minus 49 by 100. Making it as common denominator. So 10 convert as 100 multiplying by 10. So also 7 is multiplying by 10 minus 49 by 100. So we get 70 by 100 minus 49 by 100. Answer become 100 as common denominator. 70 minus 49, answer is 21. 21 by 100 is can be written as 21 by 100 itself or 0.21 in decimal form. So the answer is 21 by 100 or 0.21, and mean is 7 by 10 or 0.7. So the answer will be displayed in two ways, or answer will be written as two ways: 7 by 10 or 0.7, 21 by 100 or 0.21. Okay. Now we are going to next topics, that is Bernoulli trial and binomial distribution. It's a very important topic. Bernoulli trial and binomial distribution. Bernoulli trial. Trial means activity. The activity which are held in an experiment is called a trial. Okay. So Bernoulli trial means it's a special type of trial. This trial makes sure that, or this trial follows some conditions. The trials which follow some conditions, they are: first one, there should be a finite number of trials. That means number of trials must be a finite number. That means there are 10 trials, 100 trials, 50 trials, 3 trials, 4 trials. So the numbers are finite. So there should be finite number of trials. That means that is the first condition. The trials should be independent, because the first trial does not depend upon second trial, and which is does not depend upon third trial. So the trials all should be independent. Each trial has exactly two outcomes: success or failure. when we, for example, when we hit a target, we are shooting a target, and when it hit the target, the trial becomes success, otherwise it becomes failure. So every Bernoulli trial has two outcomes, that they are success and failure, success or failure. The probability of success remains the same in each trial. In an experiment, for example, tossing of a coin, throwing a die, shooting at a target, or drawing a ball, or drawing an egg from box. Okay, these are experiment. Then number of activities is called a trial. In an experiment, considering each trial, probability of success or probability of failure remains same. That will be the fourth condition of Bernoulli trial. So Bernoulli trials follows these four conditions. There should be finite number of trials. A number of trials become finite number, and the trials should be independent. Each trial has exactly two outcomes, success or failure. The probability of success or failure remains same in each trial. The trials which follows or which obeys these four conditions, such trials are called Bernoulli trial. Bernoulli is a scientist, is a mathematician, okay, he's a logistician. So he introduced a trial in an experiment. It must obey these four conditions. Okay, the Bernoulli trials involve in a probability distribution. Such probability distribution is called binomial distribution. So binomial distribution is a type of probability distribution. There are so many types of probability distribution. Here, binomial distribution is a probability distribution. We already seen probability distribution table, x p of x. Okay, such a type of probability distribution is binomial distribution. Here, in binomial distribution, there are involving trials which obeys these four conditions. So, in binomial distribution, the trials should be Bernoulli trial. The trials should be Bernoulli trial. So, the distribution which involves or which carries or which obeys Bernoulli trials, or which act on Bernoulli trials, is called a binomial distribution. So in a binomial distribution we can see Bernoulli trials. Okay. For a binomial distribution, the probability value can be find out from the equation P means probability of x is equal to small x. This x indicate random variable and this x indicate value of random variable. This x can take value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, this means the random variable, and this is a value. It's a value which has takes value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. to n. Okay, so P of x is equal to x. So we can find out the value P of x is equal to 0, P of x is equal to 1, P of x is equal to 2, P of x is equal to 3, etc. P of x is equal to n from or by using this equation. Okay, is equal to NCX. It's a binomial coefficient. Here we use a binomial coefficient. This item or this term or this coefficient can be seen which portion? Binomial theorem in first year. So NCX is binomial coefficient. So by using binomial coefficient we can make a probability distribution. So this distribution is called binomial distribution. That is why it is called binomial distribution. So in a binomial distribution we can see that a binomial coefficient to find out their probability. Okay. NCX P raised to x Q raised to n minus x. NCX P raised to x Q raised to n minus x. This is the equation or formula for finding probability of a Bernoulli trial or binomial distribution, to make a binomial distribution. Okay, here n is the number of trials. Number of trials. X can take value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. n. Okay, and p, probability of success. So q is probability of failure. Okay. Here we can see four letters there in X, P, Q. C means combination. It's a binomial coefficient. N indicates number of trials which is given, which will be given, and X indicates the value 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n, and P indicates probability of success, which will give in question, and Q indicate probability of failure. Probability of failure can be calculated from probability of success. How? In question we have will have a probability of success, and probability of failure is calculated from probability of success by the equation P plus Q is equal to 1. How? P plus Q is equal to 1. How did P plus Q is equal to 1 come? Here P and Q are probabilities. P indicates probability of success and Q indicates probability of failure. So in each binomial, in each Bernoulli trial, there are two probabilities. There are probability of success and probability of failure. There are two outcomes, success or failure. So there are two probabilities, probability of success and probability of failure. So probability of success and probability of failure are only two probabilities involved in binomial distribution or Bernoulli trial. So we already know that what we had already knew that sum of probabilities in an experiment, sum of probabilities in an experiment is always 1. So here success and failure are probabilities or results. So probability of success and probability of failure are the only two probabilities here. So sum of probabilities P plus Q is equal to 1 here. So from this equation we can calculate Q is equal to 1 minus P. So P will be given, and we can use this equation for finding the value of Q. So Q is equal to 1 minus P. Okay, by putting these values P, Q, N, X in this equation, we get corresponding probability. By using binomial distribution, we can find out so many values at a time. So the value of X is 5 or 6 or 7. We can find out at a time by using this equation. Find out the value of probability of X is equal to 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, etc. Okay. Binomial distribution is used when number of objects or number of trials. Binomial distribution is used when, or this formula is used when number of trial is more than 3. When a question carries number of trial is 5 or 4 or 6 or 10, then at that time we can recollect the equation binomial distribution. So in that cases probability will be find out by the equation LCX P raised to X Q raised to N minus X. So remember the thing, this formula will use, or this formula will apply in such type of cases when n greater than 3. N means number of trials. When we are throwing a coin 4 times or 5 times, then at that time we can apply this equation, binomial distribution. When we are throwing a die 10 times. At that time we can use, to find out the probability, we can use this equation, binomial distribution. So the importance of binomial distribution, when number of trials will be more than 3, at that time the probability will find out easily by using binomial distribution. That's the importance of binomial distribution. So remember one thing, binomial distribution is used when number of trials will more than, or number of trials is more than 3. At that case binomial distribution will use. Okay. Here is a problem. A fair coin is tossed 10 times. Find the probability of first one exactly 6 sets. Probability of exactly 6 sets. Probability of at least 6 sets. Probability of at most 6 sets. Okay. Here it is an example for binomial distribution applying question, because here number of trials is more than 3. Number of trials is 10. 10 is more than 3. So in this question we can find out the probability by using binomial distribution. Okay. So binomial distribution is used here. When here we can pick the values n is equal to 10, number of trials, and we can pick the values p. P means probability of success. What will be get here? Head is the important fact is here. Head is the important. We want a head. We want 6 sets, more at least 6 sets, and more at most 6 sets. So head is the probability of success here. We can find head is the probability of success here. So we can find out the probability of head is probability of head. That means probability of success is, what is probability of head when tossing of a coin? When tossing of a coin, probability of head is 1 by 2, and also probability of tail is 1 by 2. So we can take a success or probability of success, that means small p as 1 by 2. That means p of head. Head is here. Okay, then head is the favorable outcome here, and we can find out the q by the equation 1 minus p. 1 minus p is the equation to find out q, and 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 here. Okay, then we got n is equal to 10 and p is equal to 1 by 2 by thinking about head when tossing of a coin, and q by thinking 1 minus p. Okay. By using these 3 values, we can make a binomial distribution equation. P of x is equal to x is equal to ncx. Okay. P of x is equal to x is equal to ncx. P raised to x, q raised to n minus x. Okay. The value will be n. What is n? 10 cx. What is p? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 raised to x. What is q? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 raised to n, 10 minus x. This is the probability binomial distribution for find out 6 sets, or at least 6 sets, at most 6 sets. This is the equation which helps to find out these 3 values. Okay. Then we have to find out the first one, exactly 6 sets. P of exactly 6 sets means P of x is equal to this x here, this x carries exactly 6 means only 6. So x carries the value 6 only. So the value become this x carries 6 only here. So the answer is 10 c6, 1 by 2 raised to 6, and 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 6. So the answer is 10 c6, 1 by 2 raised to 6 into 1 by 2 raised to 4, right? 1 by 2 raised to 6 into 1 by 2 raised to 4 can be calculated by the equation x raised to m into x raised to n is equal to x raised to m plus n. So 10c6 1 by 2 raised to 10 as the answer. So when we get exactly 6 sets, the probability of getting exactly 6 sets is by binomial distribution we can find out easily as 10c6 1 by 2 raised to 10. Okay, we can substitute the values for 10c6 and 1 by 2 raised to 10 as 10c6 can be calculated as the combination value. 10c6 can be reduced as 10c6 can be reduced as 10c 10 minus 6. So we get the value 10c4. So the value will reduce by 10c4. So 10c4 can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Or 10c6 can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. Okay. In both cases we get same value. 3, 9 can be written as 3. Simplified as 2, 4, 8. 10 into 3 into 7 we can write 210 as the answer. 210. And 1 by 2 raised to 10 can be written as 1 raised to 10 is 1. 2 raised to 10 is 1024. Okay, so the answer will be 210 by 1024 and 105 by dividing by 2 we get 105 by 512. So you can end your answer by 10c6 1 by 2 raised to 10 itself. The second question, P of at least 6 sets. At least 6 sets. At least means minimum. Minimum 6. Minimum 6 means here we can take several conditions there. P of x is equal to 6. Minimum 6 means the value will start from 6 and increasing 1 by 1. And another value of x is equal to 7. And P of x is equal to 8. P of x is equal to 9 and it will end in P of x is equal to 10. Why it will end in P of x is equal to 10? Because there are totally 10 trials. So more than 10 cannot be taken here because the last value will be 10. Okay. So P of x is equal to 6. So at least 6 means greater than or equal to 6. That's the another fact. At least 6 means greater than or equal to 6. And at most 6 means less than or equal to 6. Okay. When at least come, the value will increase. When at most come, the value will decrease. P of x is equal to 6 means value. P of x is equal to 6, value will 10c. Value will put in this equation 10c6 1 by 2 raised to 6 and 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 6 plus 10c7. Value for x is equal to 7 here. 10c7 1 by 2 raised to 7 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 7 plus then put x for x is equal to 8. 10c8 1 by 2 raised to 8 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 8 plus 10c9 1 by 2 raised to 9 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 9 plus 10c10 1 by 2 raised to 10 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 10. So the answer will be 10c6 into 1 by 2 raised to what? Here it is 6 and here it is 4. So 1 by 2 raised to 6 into 1 by 2 raised to 4 can be written as 1 by 2 raised to 6 plus 4 is equal to 1 by 2 raised to 10. Okay. X raised to m into x raised to n. X raised to m into x raised to n can be written as x raised to m plus n. So these two values together form 1 by 2 raised to 10. Plus the next value 10c7 into what? 1 by 2 raised to 7 plus 3. 7 plus 3 again 10. So next value 10c8 1 by 2 raised to 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. Next value 10c9 into 1 by 2 raised to 9 plus 1 10. Next value 10c10 into 1 by 2 raised to 10 plus 0 10 plus 0 10. Okay, so in each cases 1 by 2 raised to 10 is the common value, common number. So we can take it as common. 10c6 plus 10c7 plus 10c8 plus 10c9 plus 10c10 as the another value, other value. 1 by 2 raised to 10 can be written as 1 raised to 10 is 1 and 2 raised to 10 is 1024, and 10c6 plus 10c7 plus 10c8 plus 10c9 plus 10c10 can be written as so 10c6 can be calculated as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 1 into 2 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. Okay, so we can write 210 as its answer. 10c7 answer will be 120. 10c8 answer will be 45. 10c9 answer will be 10 and 10c10 answer will be 1. Okay, these are the combination values. Then here we can find out 10c7. How 10c7 can 120? 10c7 can be written as 10c what? 10 minus 7. So answer is 10c3. Then 10c3 is equal to 10 into 9 into 8 by 1 into 2 into 3. Answer become 284, 393, 10 into 3, 30, 30 into 4, 120. The similar way we can find out 10c8 as 45, 10c9 as 10 and 10c10 as 1. Okay. So, by adding these values we get 1 by 1024 into 386. By adding these values 210 plus 120 is 330. 330 plus 45, 375, 375 plus 10, 385, 385 plus 1, 386. On dividing by 2, we get 193 divided by 512. This is the final answer. Okay. Next is P of at most 6 sets. P of at most 6 sets means P of x is equal to 6 and the value will decreasing. At most means decreasing. At most means maximum 6. Maximum 6. Maximum 6 means 6 will be the higher value. And the rest of the values are, rest of them are will be less than 6. So the value will decreasing. X is equal to 5. X is equal to 4, X is equal to 3, X is equal to 2, X is equal to 1, X is equal to 0. 0 is the least value. Okay. So the value of X will be 6543210. So we can find out P of at most 6. P of at most 6 by P of x is equal to 6, P of x is equal to 5, P of x is equal to 4, P of x is equal to 3, P of x is equal to 2, P of x is equal to 1, P of x is equal to 0. How many values there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the value will be 10C6 1 by 2 raised to 6, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 6, plus 10C5, 1 by 2 raised to 5, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 5, plus 10C4, 1 by 2 raised to 4, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 4, 10C3, 1 by 2 raised to 3, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 3, plus 10C2, 1 by 2 raised to 2, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 2, plus 10C1, 1 by 2 raised to 1, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 1, plus 10C0, 1 by 2 raised to 0, 1 by 2 raised to 10 minus 0. Okay. Here 10C6 into 1 by 2 raised to 6 and 1 by 2 raised to here 10 minus 6 is 4. 1 by 2 raised to 6 and 1 by 2 raised to 4 can be written as 1 by 2 raised to 6 plus 4, answer is 10. Again 10C5, 1 by 2 raised to 5 plus 5, answer is 10. Again 10. Okay. 10C4, 1 by 2 raised to 4 plus 6, answer is 10. 10C3, 1 by 2 raised to 3 plus 7, answer is 10. 10C2, 1 by 2 raised to 2 plus 8, answer is 10. 10C1, 1 by 2 raised to 1 plus 9, answer is 10. 10C0, 1 by 2 raised to 0, 0 plus 10, answer is 10. 1 by 2 raised to 10. Here also 1 by 2 raised to 10 as common value. So the remaining values are 10C6 plus 10C5 plus 10C4 plus 10C3 plus 10C2 plus 10C1 plus 10C0. 1 by 2 raised to 10 is 1 raised to 10 is 1 and 2 raised to 10 is 1024 and 10C6 210. 10C5 can be written as 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So 2 into 3, 6, 4, 2, 5, 2. 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 9, 36, 36 into 7, 252. 252 is 10C5 and 10C4 is equal to 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 by 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So the answer becomes 2 into 4, 8, 3, 9, 3, 2 and 0. And 10C3 become 10 into 9 into 8 by 1 into 2 into 3, 2, 4, 3. Answer is 120. 10C2 become 10 into 9 by 1 into 2, answer is 45. 45. 10C1 become 10 and 10C0 become 1. Okay. So we have to add these values. We get 210 plus 252 plus 210 plus 120 plus 45 plus 10 plus 1 becomes 848. So the answer is 1 by 1024 into 848. These two values will divide by 16. We get 53 by 64 as the final answer. Divide by 16. Okay. Next question is 10 eggs are drawn successively with replacement from a lot containing 10% defective eggs. Find the probability that there is at least one defective egg. Here binomial distribution is used because 10x are drawn successively. 10x, the number of trials is 10, more than 4, more than 3. When the number of trials more than 3, at that cases, to find out the probability of distribution, we can use binomial distribution. Remember that. Okay. So number of distribution n is equal, number of trials n is equal to 10 here, and load containing 10% defective egg. 10% defective egg. This is the clue. And find the probability that there is at least one defective egg. So we have to take defective egg from the lot. Okay, lot means box or bag or basket. Okay, a lot. And one defective egg, we have to take one defective egg, and the probability of taking defective egg is 10%. 10% is a probability value, because 10% can be written as 10 by 100. So every percentage values can be taken as a probability value. So the probability of taking defective egg is 10%. So here probability of success is probability of taking defective egg is 10% is equal to 10 by 100 or 1 by 10. Okay, then Q is equal to 1 minus P. We can calculate it. 1 minus 1 by 10 is equal to 9 by 10 as P. So here we can find out probability that there is at least one, P of at least one defective egg. Okay, P of at least one defective egg is equal to, that means at least one defective egg means minimum one defective egg. So the cases are P of x is equal to 1, P of x is equal to 2, P of x is equal to 3, P of x is equal to 4, etc. P of x is equal to 10. There are 10 cases in all. So we put the value for P, Q and N in the binomial distribution equation. So we get 10 values, then adding these 10 values we get an answer. But here we can choose a shortcut for at least one. We can choose a shortcut for at least one by avoiding these 10 values. Okay, the calculation will be easier. P of at least one defective egg. In binomial distribution, we can find out P of at least one. At that time, we can use a shortcut is 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. Because 1 minus P of x is equal to 0 means 1 is the most higher value in probability. Sum of all probabilities is equal to 1. So P of at least one contains 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to n. Here 0 is not contained in it. Or 0 is not a value in at least one value. P of at least one value contains value from 1, not 0. So P of at least one defective, we can find out this probability. We can use this equation. Always remember 1 minus P of x is equal to 0, because 0 is not involved with. So we can subtract this value P of x is equal to 0 from greatest value 1. 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. Okay. In the similar way, we can say that P of at least 2. P of at least 2. Okay. How? 1 minus P of, there will be a bracket after minus, P of x is equal to 1 is not here, and x is equal to 0 is not here. So P of at least 2, to find out P of at least 2, we can use 1 minus P of x is equal to 1 plus P of x is equal to 0. There will be a bracket after minus. Okay, so the minus will enter to P of x is equal to 1 and P of x is equal to 0 later. Here 0 is not involving in this case. Okay, so there are 10 values in all. To avoid these 10 values and a big calculation, time wasting calculation, so we can use the shortcut method 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. So the answer will be 1 minus P of x is equal to 0. Here Now n is equal to 10, so we can use binomial distribution. Here binomial distribution equation is P of x is equal to x is ncx, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. So the answer will be what? N is 10, 10cx. What is p? 1 by 10 raised to x. What is q? 9 by 10 raised to 10 minus x. Okay. So the answer is 10c. Putting the value x is equal to 0. 10c is 0. 1 by 10 raised to 0. 9 by 10 raised to 10 minus 0. So the answer is 1 minus 10c 0 is 1. 1 by 10 raised to 0 is also 1. And 9 by 10 raised to 10 minus 0 is 9 by 10 raised to 10. So the answer is 1 minus 9 by 10, the whole raised to 10 is 10 cannot be calculated because it's a higher value. So the answer will be written as 1 minus 9 by 10, the whole raised to 10. It will be it is the final answer. Okay. This value this value will have, there is no need to find out 9 by 10, the whole raised to 10. Okay, because it is a 9 raised to 10 is a higher value and a 10 raised to 10 is also a higher value. So we have no any need to find out 9 by 10 the whole raised to 10 here. So the final answer is 1 minus 9 by 10 the whole raised to 10. Okay. Next question, the mean and variance of the binomial distribution B for 1 by 3. The representation B for 1 by 3 represent or indicate 4 means number of trials and this 1 by 3 means probability of success. So this representation indicates 4 is number of trials, first value is number of trials and the second value is second value is probability of success. Okay, so we can say that BNP is the such a type of representation. First value is number of trial and second value is probability of success. So we can find out the Q from here. 1 minus P, answer is 1 minus 1 by 3, answer is 2 by 3. Okay. So mean is equal to mean of a binomial distribution. We must by heart the equation. Mean of binomial distribution is equal to n into p. So the answer is n. 4 into 1 by 3. So the answer is 4 by 3. So must by heart the equation. Mean of a binomial distribution is n into p. Note that mean of binomial distribution is n into p. N and p is given here. And variance is equal to equation NPQ. Okay, NPQ is the variance. So the answer is N 4 into P 1 by 3 into Q 4 by 3. So the answer 2 by 3. So the answer will be 4 into 1 into 8 2 8 3 into 3 9. 8 by 9 is variance here. In the case of binomial distribution, mean is equal to NP and variance is equal to NPQ. Mean and N and P will be given from the question BNP. First value is N and second value is P, BNP. And Q is got from P, that is equation 1 minus P. So mean NP and variance NPQ are the mean and variance of every binomial distribution. Okay students, today's session is over. I hope all of you are doing well and all of you are studying well. Stay safe, stay home. Goodbye.